Now, this is the personal planning guide I told you about on the phone. So that I don't make any errors, what I'm going to do is read a portion of that to you, if that's okay. Great. So this is something to think about. In life, we plan for almost everything. As children, we plan, we hope, we make wishes for what we want, and as we grow, we continue to do just that. We plan to go to the dance with that special someone. We plan our course of study, graduation, our first car, college, our first apartment away from home, and our career once we graduate. Then comes more planning, a wedding, life with another, children, vacations, our finances, moving to other locations, and dealing with all that life brings forth. Retirement and the last of life are also planned as best we can. This type of thinking becomes second nature to us, but often we seem to give little time and thought to what was my life all about and how do I want to be remembered and honored. This planning book is a very important tool for you and your loved ones. It gives you the opportunity to make absolutely certain that you have taken responsibility and have lifted the many burdens and additional suffering from the people most dear to you. With death comes great sorrow and loss. To make matters worse, a great many legal matters and details must be attended to immediately. And you can take care of all of it in this book and express what you want them to do for you and how you want your life celebrated, what you want to be remembered for, and the contributions that you gave to life. So that's the purpose of the book. Now, when you die, what's required is a certified copy of the death certificate. Now, without the certified copy of the death certificate, benefits cannot be accessed. Any money that you happen to have in the bank may have limited or no access to that. And of course, life insurance, well, that doesn't pay. So this is the information that's required for the certified copy of the death certificate. They're called vital statistics, and this is what they are. Your full name, your place of birth, your sex, your marital status, your spouse's name, your father's name and place of birth, your mother's first and maiden name and her place of birth, your race, your social security number, usual occupation and type of business, employers past or present, the number of years of education that you have, and most importantly, how long you've lived in the county since. Now, if something happened to both of you today, do your loved ones have all of this information on file and at their fingertips? You don't? Well, that's okay. Then all you have to do is simply fill this in and then you'll have it. Now, are either of you veterans? Oh, you are. Well, great. Well, what we suggest that you do is that you make a copy of your DD-214 and put it in the back of the book. That way, it'll be there. And also, a copy of your marriage license also. Next, do you have a will? Well, when you do get a will, then what you'll do is fill this information in here. Now this section, this is for life insurance, and this is here so that the funeral director will know how many certified copies of the death certificate to get for you. So what you would do is list the insurance company, the beneficiary, and the insurance company's telephone number. And the reason is because every year hundreds of millions of dollars goes unclaimed because the family does not even know that there's a life insurance policy in effect. And then we get asked all the time, won't my life insurance pay for my arrangements? And the answer to that is no, folks. It might, if there's any money left over, to reimburse the people who had to pay for everything up front. You see, what's required for life insurance to pay is the certified copy of the death certificate. And in most counties, that's going to take anywhere between 5 up to 10 working days. Then, once the family has that, you have to send that in to the insurance company. Then that insurance company, by policy, can review that. Now, that review can take up to 30 days. At the end of that review, however long it is, they're only going to do one of three things. Pay the claim, deny the claim, or they're going to want more information. And if they want more information, your loved ones have to gather all of that up, send that to the insurance company. And that second review in the United States can take up to 90 days. Now, at the end of that review, they're only going to do two things, pay the claim or deny the claim. And that's a long time for a family to go without an income. And that's what puts families in such a bad position, because the funeral home, they're not banks. They do not extend credit. They provide a service and they expect to get paid at the time of service. Now this section, this is for your bank accounts and investments. You would list them here. This is so that the funeral director will know how many certified copies of the death certificate to get for you. And you want to put the location of each account. It doesn't matter how much money it is in there, just the location, so that way your loved ones know where it's at. Because nowadays, people bank online, offline, crypto line, some other line. Just list them here, then that way that they'll have it. Now, when you die, there are 68 things that your loved ones are going to have to do for you. Now, the first is to select a funeral home. Second, whether they want to or not, they'll have to meet and book it, whether they want to or not. When you die, there are 68 things that your loved ones will have to do for you. First is to select a funeral home. Secondly, whether they want to or not, they have to book an appointment and meet with the funeral director, provide information for the death certificate, what services and where, who needs to be called, who would be your speaker, as well as these choices. Now, I'm sure both of you have made all these decisions already, right? Well, you haven't? That's okay. It's a checklist. Just check them off as you get them done. Next are the cemetery arrangements. So we're talking about the space, the vault to protect the casket, the opening and closing, the marker, the inscription on the marker, graveside service, clergy at the graveside, shipping if you're going to be shipped elsewhere, transportation. If you're going to be cremated, do you want cremation with earth burial, or do you want it to be placed in the wall niche, or do you want to be scattered? And if so, where? Your urn and keepsake urn for each child, as well as necklace keepsakes. Now, I'm sure you made all of these decisions already, right? Well, you haven't? That's okay. What we suggest is that just mark them off as you get them done. Now, after this, there are more things to do. Now, as you can see here, the next thing is people have to be notified immediately. And you'll notice that there's 7 lines here. That does not mean your loved ones will make 7 phone calls, because these are categories. Because at the time of death, many people have more than one doctor. The funeral director and the cemetery have to be notified. All relatives, all friends, any employers, any organizations you belong to, as well as your financial advisors. Now, do your loved ones have all of these phone numbers on file and at their fingertips? Oh, that's okay. A lot of people don't. So what we suggest that you do is either just write them down or put them on a spreadsheet and put them in the back of the book. Next, you're going to want to collect these documents. Most importantly is your funeral plan. Second, the cemetery deed, the veteran certificate if using a VA cemetery, your will, your birth certificate, legal proof of age, your social security card or number, your marriage license, as well as these pertinent documents here. And then, of course, you have to secure the vital statistics for the certified copy of the death certificate. Now, as you can see, this is a lot of running around that your loved ones are going to have to do for you. And it's probably going to be the worst time of their life. Next, this section is for contacting your family and friends. So what you would do is just list them here. And if this is not enough room, then just, again, do it on a spreadsheet or write it down and put it in the back of the book. And you know what? Every family seems to have at least one person that's a challenge to get along with. Don't leave them off the list. Just put them at the bottom. Next are your close friends. Now, you could only imagine what it would be like if your best friend on the planet died and you found out about it a month later. Well, number one, you're going to be ticked off because you felt like you got left out. And then number two, you're going to be really upset because you did not get a chance to pay your respects and say goodbye to your best friend. Now this section here, this is for your professional advisors. These are accountants, clergy, estate planner, financial advisor, those kind of folks go here. Now this section here is my legacy. And my legacy, well, it's really about your life. Now, you've been to services before where they talk about the person who has died, and they're talking about that person from their own perspective. So what we suggest is that you make bullet points of the things that you're most proud of. It might be raising great kids, being married for a long period of time, the business that you've owned, whatever you're most proud of, you make bullet points there. So that way, at your service, when they talk about you, they can talk about you through your eyes, not theirs. And that way, nobody's got to tell any lies. Now, whoever's going to be handling your arrangements, go through this book with them thoroughly and completely. Then put their name here, but please don't put each other's name because you could be together when something happens. So put their name here, then sign and date it. Now that does not make this a legal document, but what it does, it allows your loved ones to know where all the information is, and it's exactly where you said it was going to be. Now, does any of this sound familiar to you? Have you had a loved one that has died or a very close friend that has died? Who would that be?